guys, welcome back to my channel. This is about to be a real casual vlog, okay? I have this blanket because I don't have pants on. I have on the LED lights on red, and I have on my lamp, which you can't even probably tell. The only reason I'm even wearing this sweater and these diamond earrings is because I just filmed a reel. I don't have TikTok, you guys, because I'm like sketched out by it, okay? After that whole thing about like it taking your information and stuff, I just thought it was just kind of not worth it. Plus, every time I got on TikTok, I was scrolling for hours. Like 2 hours would pass and I would still be scrolling, and it kind of sickened me that I let myself get in that deep. I do like to play with the reels on Instagram because I love Instagram and I think the reels are really funny. So if you guys don't follow me already, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and you'll be able to see this reel. I also want to paint my nails because I just feel kind of gross. Like I need to get pretty. I only use Essie. This one is Make the Cut. This is Head to Topaz. I rarely do colors anymore. I'm gonna do a color. I'm gonna do this. And as I paint my nails, I'm going to talk about my favorite holiday movies. Vlogmas, by the way, has been so difficult. Someone answer me on this. I really want an answer. How are you filming, editing, and like doing all of the like holiday things every day? Every day me and Nick are doing something holiday related. Like we're watching a holiday movie, baking cookies, drinking hot chocolate. It takes me hours to edit. That means that I would have to have the video each day before. Like I would have had to have the footage the day before so that I could edit the day of. I don't know. I'm just so confused on how you guys do it. It's so hard. I wrote down in my notebook all of my favorite holiday movies. I'm not gonna go in any particular order. I have some movies I like more than the other movies. I don't wanna rank them because I don't want you guys coming at me. I want you guys to leave in the comments later which ones you like the best, and if you like have ones that I didn't mention, please leave them because I know I'm forgetting some. The first one I'm gonna start with is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. That one is my favorite. This is actually #1 for a reason. I watch it so many times in December. Like we've already watched it twice. I even watch it sometimes like in the middle of the year. Like it won't even be Christmas and I'm watching this movie. So I love Home Alone 1. I think that one's really good too. Don't get me wrong. I just love the second one, Lost in New York, better because it's in New York. Like that's the only reason. It's so accurate. The way the city looks and like all the things people are doing, minus the bad guys. Although New York does have some bad guys. It makes me so happy every time I watch it. Another one that's kind of like a classic is Santa Claus. I like all of the Santa Clauses, but I really like the first one the best. I'm like a sucker for like the first of each movie. Like that's how I got reeled in, and I'm gonna be like loyal to it. But the other ones are good too. So you know how you like associate a memory with a person sometimes? Like people hate certain names because like they knew somebody with that name who was horrible or something. I did that for a little while with the movie Santa Claus. An ex-boyfriend from high school, that was like one of his favorite holiday movies, and we always watched it around the holidays. For a while, I didn't even want to watch it because I associated with him. It's so stupid. This was like years ago. I tried painting my nails in my story video of how I moved to New York, and I'm remembering why it was so difficult for me. So hard to focus. I'm so busy today. This is like the best way to do it. I can paint my nails and film a YouTube video. Do you guys hear that motorcycle outside? Like it happens all the time. Like they just rev their engines. They're not even going anywhere. They're just sitting there revving their engines. It's so annoying. This is turning out kind of bad. The next movie on the list here is Four Christmases. That is such a funny movie. If you guys have never seen Four Christmases, please go watch it. It's so funny. It has Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon in it, and it is just hilarious. Vince Vaughn kills me. I've seen it like a million times and I still laugh so hard. It is so funny. One of his brother's wives is pregnant and she's just so like vulgar, and it's so funny. Like when she's talking about like breastfeeding and how like her nips are hard or something, like she doesn't feel them anymore, and then she's like, yeah, you want to flick one? I like when the dad on Vince Vaughn's side is like, all right, let's hurry up, buzz is wearing off. That is so accurate to like Southern families. I probably should have stated at the beginning there's going to be spoilers. Like I'm talking about what happens in the movies. Let's see what else is on the list. Elf. Elf is such a good movie. It's so cute. It's so classic. So a story about Elf. I'm really bad when it comes to movies. Like there's a lot of movies that I've never seen. I think it's just because my family wasn't really into movies like that. I didn't have anyone telling me if they're like classic movies I used to watch as a kid or anything. I had never seen Elf until I started dating Nick. He was just like, oh my God, you're gonna love this movie. We gotta watch it. There's just like movies, when you try to watch it later in life, if you didn't grow up on it, it like doesn't resonate as well. I don't have that like nostalgic feeling because I never grew up watching it, so it's not like, wow, like the best movie ever to me. That wasn't the case with Elf. Like when I watched that, I fell in love with it immediately. This is definitely gonna be a movie I watch every year for Christmas. It's so good. I think Will Ferrell is hilarious, and in this movie, he just plays it so perfectly. Like it is just so believable, his character. And Zoe Deschanel is in there as well. Her character, normally she plays like a spunky, happy character, and then this one she kind of plays like the opposite, so I thought that was cool to see. So I didn't rank these, but it looks like I kind of put them like the ones I thought of immediately at the top, so I guess there's some kind of rank. I really need my cuticles done. Okay, I just flew through that and painted my nails. I'm gonna do the top coat. Miracle on 34th Street. That is such a cute and wholesome movie. I feel some type of way about it though because it was made like in the 70s or 60s. I don't know. That movie's so old. It's in black and white. Like the original one is in black and white. There's no diversity in the cast. Like the whole cast is white. I remember when there was a black person on it, it was a black woman and she was the maid, and it kind of made me feel some type of way. Part of me like didn't want to like the movie because of that, but it is a really good movie. It has a great storyline. The whole storyline is just so sweet. Like they're trying to prove Santa's real. Like it's so cute. If you guys have never seen it, watch it. Don't let the fact that it's in black and white kind of like throw you off, just because it still is really good, and as you watch it you kind of forget it's in black and white. It's also kind of sad. There's a happy ending at least. Another one like that is Polar Express. I love it, but it is so sad. I don't even think we watched it at all last year. I like have to be ready for that. I remember when it first came out when I was younger, I was so into it. I loved it. I watched it all the time, but it's also really long. Let me just get this top coat out the way. I really can't focus on both. Like, I don't know why every time I go to do this, I'm like, this is a good idea. Do you guys do your thumbs last when you paint your nails? I always do my thumbs last. Can you guys see them? So the Polar Express was good. That's a good one. The Grinch. The Grinch is so good. The Grinch is like one of my favorite movies. And I'm talking about the one with Jim Carrey. I watched the newer one, the new animated one, and it was okay. I liked the beginning. It was cool at the beginning, but then I think I fell asleep watching it in the middle. It's just like the animated one was made more for kids and it kind of just lost my attention. I just fell asleep in the middle of it. I mean, it was also like a Saturday morning. I do like the music on it. I actually really like the Dr. Seuss one too, just because of the way that the animation is. It's like that old school type animation, and it made me feel like I was in a Dr. Seuss book. But the one with Jim Carrey, hands down, is one of my favorites. I think it's really funny. I love the Grinch song. Like when they sing it, I like that version of the song. When I watch a movie on TV, I love that it has like a good soundtrack. If you haven't heard Tyler the Creator's version of the Grinch, check it out on Spotify. I did a reel last week, I think, and I used that song because it's so good. You guys know who played Cindy Lou Who? Her name is Taylor Momsen. She was in Gossip Girl as Ginny Humphrey, if you guys are fans. I'm a huge fan of Gossip Girl. Taylor Momsen is completely different now. Like the little cute little innocent girl you saw in the Grinch, she is not like that anymore. She's like a punk rocker. She's in a band called The Pretty Reckless. The music is actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's very rock and roll, like hardcore rock and roll. You can tell she's more passionate about that than acting. I think every year she posts something on Instagram from the Grinch around the holidays because that's how people know her, but she doesn't want to be known by that anymore. Every child actor is just like, can you guys let me grow up, you know? I have to hold my hands like this so that my nails can dry. The next on the list is any of the old school ABC Family movies. I know it's freeform now, but you guys remember those holiday movies with, it's like claymation. I love those. I grew up watching those. Not even just for Christmas, for Easter, for Thanksgiving. I'm a sucker for those just because it's really nostalgic for me. Okay, here's the next one on the list. It's a debate. Everyone I talk to, it's a debate. Die Hard. If you guys have never seen it, it's like a crime type movie. There's a whole like heist going on and they're gonna like blow up the building, all this crazy stuff. Action packed, but it's on Christmas Day or it's on Christmas Eve, one of those. I think they only talk about Christmas at the beginning and at the end, but the whole time it's nothing like Christmas themed. But so many people, including Nick, he thinks that it's a Christmas movie. He's like, it's a Christmas movie. But I can't really tell. Like, I like the movie. I think it's cool. I love movies like that. For me, Christmas movies are more sentimental, and this one's like literally saving someone from death. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments if you think Die Hard is a holiday movie. No judgment either way. I really don't know how I feel about it, but I do like the movie. Christmas with the Cranks is a good one. That family style movie. I just think it's like, I don't know, you can relate to it. Jingle All the Way. That is a good movie. Nick showed me that one. It's with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like the world's worst dad and he's trying to get this toy. I forgot what it was. It's like some Titan or something. Like, I've only seen it a couple times. Again, that's another one of those movies I never saw until I started dating Nick. I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorites, but it is a good one. Like, if it's on or if somebody wants to watch that around the holidays, I'm not gonna say no. Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito. This was one of the first movies ever in life out of like 3 altogether that I showed Nick that he hadn't seen before. It's really funny. It's with Danny DeVito, a couple other actors. I'm just gonna butcher the names, so I'm not even gonna try. He's sad that his life is like, he's always going through life unnoticed and stuff, and he's like really depressed about it. So his daughters show him like Google Earth, and like you can see your house from space. He's like becomes obsessed with having the brightest house so you can see it from space. Clearly a whole bunch of internal issues, and this is what he's using to cope with it, but it's a pretty funny movie if you guys have never seen it. The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's another one of those movies like Die Hard that I don't know if it's like considered a Christmas movie. When I watch it, I'm usually wanting to watch that around Halloween. For the holidays, we'll watch it sometimes. It's not what we think of when we think of Christmas, but it is a good movie. I think it's really cute. You guys consider The Nightmare Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? Love Actually. Oh my god, I love this movie. Love Actually is actually one of my favorite movies. See what I did there? It is so freaking cute. And the little boy, Liam Neeson, is his dad. The whole time I'm just like, how is this possible? He's so precious. The whole storyline behind it is amazing. I love it so much. And even at the end with Keira Knightley, she's like married to that guy's best friend, but he loves her. It's like this whole thing. And at the end when he's doing like the signs, because he doesn't want like her husband to know, his best friend, like it's a whole thing. It's a whole love triangle. I think she loves him. It's kind of messed up because you're like, oh my god, they just got married and she's like noticing that she has feelings for his friend now. What about the other guy? Like, that's not fair. The British accents definitely help. It is like one of those movies that like every girl is just like, this is the sweetest thing ever. Like, I wish this would happen to me. The Holiday. That's another movie that's kind of like this. It has Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, that one British guy. I love how they're kind of playing on Airbnb. You rent your house out to other people, but in this movie they switch houses. They're both trying to escape something. I don't know if that would fly nowadays. Like I said, it's kind of like Airbnb, but still, like, I don't know. Just meeting someone online for the first time and just being like, hey, you want to switch houses? 12 Dates of Christmas. This movie was on ABC Family, Freeform, whatever. I think it came out like 3 years ago. It was just like one of those movies that was on in the background, and I was like, whatever, I'll watch it. And I ended up liking it a lot. She like hates her wife, whatever. You know, they all start off like that, like trying to tell you a story, trying to like show you should be grateful for what you have. She keeps reliving the same day over and over and over. I actually started counting to make sure they didn't stray. Like, I'm like, did they do this 12 times? Like, did it really match up? I stopped counting and I just ended up watching the movie. I didn't care. I think it's kind of funny. It's like quirky and funny. The movie This Christmas, it had Chris Brown in it. I don't know if you guys remember this one. It's a mainly black cast. You don't really see that many movies that have like a whole black cast or have a lot of black people in it, so I really liked it. I remember going to the theaters to watch that with my family and we loved it. The music was also really good. This is like when Chris Brown was still cute, you know, like he was like younger still, and every girl was into him. The Run It days, like when he first came out with his music, I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. And now I don't really care for Chris Brown at all. If you guys haven't seen that one, check it out. I think it's on Netflix. In fact, a lot of these are on Netflix or Hulu, and if you have cable, they're probably just on TV at random times. This one, I would have been embarrassed to admit, but I'm a real one. I don't care. Powerpuff Girls, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Guys, I was obsessed with the Powerpuff Girls growing up. I could draw them really well because like, I mean, they're just basically just shapes put together, but I was so into drawing them all the time. I had like a Powerpuff Girls onesie, a pink onesie with the Powerpuff Girls on it. It was like a nightgown kind of, not a onesie. And I have this movie at home on VHS. It has that little bitch of a girl princess in it, Princess Morbucks. She snuck into Santa's workshop and rigged his list. That one's on Hulu right now. I think the creators of that did a really good job. The last one on this list, just because I can't think of any more, like I'm probably like, as soon as I'm done filming this, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have added that. Snow Globe. It is so corny, you guys. Like, it is such a cheesy Christmas movie. I know a lot of the times we like to say that it's because the acting was really bad. I don't really think it's the acting. I think it's the writing. Networks like Freeform and Disney Channel and stuff like that, the way they write has to be a certain way because it has to be for a certain audience. The actors are just kind of doing what they can with what they have. They're out there trying to make a living too, so take it easy on actors. She wanted like the perfect Christmas, and like her family just wasn't giving her that type of Christmas, so she got to like go into a snow globe. It's kind of funny too because the guy that comes out of the snow globe is like obviously not real. He's not a real human, so it's so funny. But again, it's like kind of corny, you guys. That's all I have on this list. I swear when I'm done with this, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I just thought of something. I don't know. If If you guys have other holiday movies that I didn't mention that maybe I haven't seen yet, or some that I have seen I just forgot to add to the list, go ahead and drop a comment below. Again, these weren't in any particular rank. The ones that I was like super hyped up about, those are obviously my favorites. I'm having so much fun doing Vlogmas, but again, it is so stressful sometimes. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm like gonna be so happy to look back at this December and be like, I made that many videos in a month. I have so many more ideas for Vlogmas. I'm so excited. If you made it up this far, leave a present emoji in the comments. I will see you guys on Friday with another Vlogmas video.